Yo, what it do, wealth champions? Building wealth versus buying wealth. Why a home-based business is your number one asset, right? I know y'all like, man, this dude is crazy. How in the heck is a home-based business your number one asset? Well, hear me out, man. Hear me out. Do me a favor, as you're coming into the room, go ahead and comment in the chat where you're from. Also, let me know the name of your business and or your brand if you're already an entrepreneur. And I want to make a good case for you that if you are working a job only and you're trying to build multi-generational wealth, leave something for your children and your children's children, I want to make a case for why a home-based business should be part of your wealth building portfolio. Now, when I say building wealth versus buying wealth, I am not, let me repeat, I am not saying that there's something wrong with buying wealth. I'm just saying for most people, where they are positioned in this current economy, they have to at least know the power of a home-based business so they can properly evaluate which strategy is going to work best for them. So we got Big Blacks Q in the building. We've got Vonda B in the building from Alabama. Keep it coming, y'all. Tell me a little bit about what you do. Remember, over 100,000 people follow this page, y'all. So say a little bit about what you do without posting any links. You never know who might want to connect with you. When it comes to building a business, you guys know I'm all about building brands, right? If you ain't shouting out what you do, how do you expect people to know what you do so that they can connect with you? Listen, the great networker, George Fraser, says it's not about who you know, it's about who knows you and what they know about you. Speaking of which, for those of you who do not know me, I'm H. Cortez, also known as the one and only financial health mentor, everybody's favorite fatherpreneur. And I'm on a mission to empower our community economically through financial literacy, with an emphasis, though, on personal brand development and entrepreneurship. I truly believe entrepreneurship is the way to go. So what do I mean when I say buying wealth versus building wealth? Well, when you take your money and you invest, for instance, in the stock market, you take your money and you buy a share of a company. You take your money, you buy into a mutual fund, an ETF. You take your money and you buy a piece of rental property so that it can create passive income for you. That is buying your wealth, right? And there is absolutely nothing wrong with buying your wealth. The question is, can you build your wealth even faster? And I want to make the case that most people can. And if you stick around to the end of this video, you're going to learn how a home-based business can actually free up more cash flow for you to buy more wealth if you want to use that strategy. Therefore, either way it goes, you should have a home-based business, right? Now, building wealth, on the other hand, I'll give you a quick story so you can understand what that means. Building wealth is building it through a business, building an asset. Bob Johnson, from former founder of BET, took $15,000, bought a cable license to create the BET network, took that cable license, that $15,000 that he invested, and in 25 years' time, built a $3 billion empire. That's building wealth. I don't know of an investment that exists on the planet that would allow him to have leveraged $15,000 and turn it into $3 billion in 25 years. But we know example after example after example of people building massive empires through entrepreneurship, right? Uber is just around 10, 11 years old, right? Multi-billion-dollar company because they built their wealth, right? So how does a home-based business play into this? Well, first of all, let me help you understand how to properly evaluate an asset. Because I said on the YouTube description that a home-based business is your number one asset, right? An asset is something that puts money into your pocket and or increases in value over time. So let's just say you started a home-based business. Now, by the way, if you don't have an idea of what kind of home-based business to start, you can partner with yours truly. I do have a business opportunity I will help you build. I'm part of one of the fastest growing sectors in business, period. And we offer a product that everybody absolutely needs. But more importantly, we offer a product that everybody wants. That's key. See, when you think about a product that's in high demand is not like what everybody needs. People will say, man, I want to go into the water business. Everybody needs water, right? That's true. But not everybody is willing to pay for water. That's the difference. You have to be in an industry where everybody wants what you need, and they have both the willingness and the means to buy, right? So we're talking about a home-based business as an asset. Say, for instance, you built your home-based business to the tune of, let's just say, let's say $500 a month. You're making $500 a month in your home-based business, right? Most people, because they haven't been educated on financial literacy, do not see that as an asset, especially if you make your money like I do. See, I'm only willing to exchange my time, energy, and effort for three things: passive income, residual income, and or ownership, right? Those are only three things I'm willing to work for. It's got to be attached to passive income. Good morning, Alva. It's got to be attached to residual income, or it's got to be attached to ownership. Otherwise, my time is too valuable to exchange for anything else, right? But say you built a business where your passive income from that business was $500 per month. That's $6,000 per year. How much would you have to accumulate in a traditional investment account to pay you out $6,000 a year? Most people don't even know, right? Because we just haven't been taught this stuff, guys. And it's okay. That's why make sure you hit subscribe if you're on YouTube. Make sure you hit like if you're on Facebook, like the page, and do me one more huge favor. Smash that share button, guys. Put this in the comments. We cannot afford to hoard information. We cannot afford to hoard information. So hit the share button, man. So you built a residual income of $500 a month, $6,000 per year. If you are going to get $6,000 per year coming from traditional investments, that would mean you have to first accumulate in your investment account right at about $65,000 per year. $65,000 in your investment account, paying a 10% rate of return. You would have to accumulate $60,000+ in an investment account, and that investment account has to be kicking back a 10% rate of return. Now watch this. Most people say, well, okay, Cortez, man, that dog looked like he can jump that fence. And I don't know if I want to play with him on this side of the street. I'm gonna let y'all see him. If he wanted to, he can get over that fence. Can y'all see him back there? Yeah, he can get over that fence if he wanted to. I'm hoping he just don't want to this morning. I'm hoping he do not want to get over that fence this morning. But $60,000 plus in an investment account at 10% rate of return is what you would need for your investments to passively kick out $6,000 per year. Now, here's the part that most people don't get. In order to accumulate $60,000 in my investment account, I actually have to earn $90,000. Because remember, $30,000 got to go to Uncle Sam. So I have to first earn $90,000, pay roughly $30,000 in taxes on that, and then put the $60,000 into the investment account. And if we're at a 10% rate of return, then that $60,000 investment will pay me out $6,000 per year, right? Let me ask you something, man. If you really think about it, how difficult is it to build a business where you will bring in some passive income to the tune of $500 per month? I want y'all to think about that. If we're talking home-based business, if we're talking buying wealth, how long would it take you to accumulate that $60,000+ into your investment account? Let's be honest. Throw me out a number. How long would it take for you to accumulate $60,000 into an investment account? Now, some of you guys have done it. Some of you guys, if you look at your 401k, you got 60, 80,000, a couple $100,000. How long did it take you to accumulate that? Right? Maybe 5 years, maybe 10 years if you're putting $50 per pay period in, maybe 15 years, right? And we'll buy wealth that way, and it'll take us 10 years to do that. But we won't think about, wait a minute, if I really put 2 to 3 hours a day, 5 days a week in, we're talking, 10 to 15 hours per week into a home-based business. I probably can build a business of some kind where I'm making $500 a month passively, or $500 a month in profit every single month. We don't think about that, right? Amanda Abu says, what are examples of home-based businesses? So an example of a home-based business, my favorite is network marketing and direct sales. I love that industry because when you start a network marketing business, mostly everything is already figured out for you, right? Let me see if it's going to bring me back. When you start a home-based business, a lot of things are already figured out. If you're in the United States and you want to partner with me, I can share some information with you on the business that we have. But network marketing is a good home-based business to start. That would be your insurance sales. That would be real estate is a good example of that. But there's a lot of things you can do from the comfort of your home in terms of business, right? You could, if you do affiliate marketing, for instance, if you are a blogger, you like to write, if you've written a book and you market that book, that's a home-based business. I mean, there are so many examples. What I teach, if you go over to monetizemylifenow.com, you'll see my book, Monetize My Life, where it teaches people how to take a gift, talent, or special ability and turn that into profit. But you will probably want to get the influencer bundle, which is the book and a course on how to become an influencer using social media. I think that would be a great place for you to start if you're thinking about becoming a home-based business professional, right? So you can accumulate $65,000+ into an investment account, and that's paying you $6,000 per year passively, right? Or you can build a business. So I'll give you an example of our business and how our system pays. We have a compensation plan that pays daily. We pay guaranteed residual income. We pay about 10 different ways, right? So our product is a financial service membership. In this membership, you're going to get a team of tax professionals, because when you have a home-based business, your best friend is the tax code, right? Because I told you, if you stay to the end of this video, it doesn't matter which way you want to build wealth. A home-based business is going to help you with both, right? And I'm going to show you how to get the best of both worlds. But we have a product that is a membership that sells for $80 per month. That membership includes tax professionals that's going to help you understand that how, as a business owner, you can write off your lifestyle, right? My cell phone, and I'm talking to you guys on, 85% of my cell phone bill every month is a tax write-off, because I have a home-based business. I run my business. My business is my home. So 20% of my rent every single month is a tax write-off. Well, I have a team of tax professionals that's helping me. In fact, we were on a powerful webinar last night where they broke down how to hire your children and pay them in business, right? So we've got a team of tax professionals that will help you set up your business, run it efficiently, and leverage the tax code to build wealth. Then we have a team of credit repair professionals that will help you improve your credit, right? You upload your credit reports, they're going to do your credit for you. Then we have a debt elimination team that will not only tell you exactly when you're going to be out of debt, it will also give you your debt-free millionaire if you follow our plan. And then we have a team of professionals that will help you, certified financial planners and advisors that will help you with your become your own bank. Private reserve banking is one of our investment strategies, right? That's a product for $8 a month, and that goes to husband and wife. So that's the business model that we're in. I sell that product, I earn $40 every time. And then once I get to my fourth sale, I have the $40 plus 10% in residual every month. But then I also am allowed to build a team of associates with me, and I help them build. I train them, I coach them, I mentor them. And as they're building, we're able to build this passive income, right? Now, within 6 months, 7 months, no, I guess we've been with the company now almost 9 months. Within 9 months, I've built a solid 4-figure monthly residual income, right? From a commission check standpoint, just by sharing the information I'm sharing with you right now is how I build the business. And if you join my team, I will teach you how to get paid daily for sharing tips, financial tips on social media. That's all I do. That's all my team does. Every day, I give them a daily assignment, what to post, when to post, all that good stuff, right? So imagine now that you know the difference between building wealth and buying wealth, right? Just say that my business is doing let's say I built it to 5 figures per month. Say I built the business to $10,000 per month, all right? If you have a business that brings in $10,000 per month in residual income, this is what most people don't understand about the home-based business industry. If my business was at $10,000 per month, that's $120,000 per year. Do you know how businesses are evaluated when they calculate the worth of a business? Ooh, excuse me, y'all. Do you know how a business's worth is calculated when you bring in passive income? If my residual income is $10,000 per month, that's $120,000 per year. If I hold that consistent, then my business is valued at 10 to 20 times the annual revenue. So on the low end of a home-based business, making $10,000 a month is $1 million asset. That means somebody who's an astute investor will say, wait a minute, your business kicks out $120,000 a year, whether you roll out of bed or not. Yep. Sure, I'll invest $1 million in that, because on my $1 million investment in 10 years, I'll get my initial investment back and I'll still have $120,000 a year coming in. See, people don't understand the power of a business from that perspective. Now, let me show you how. If you're saying, well, Cortez, I just really I'm not interested in just building a long-term business where I'm just going to be in it like that. Well, watch this. Here's how a home-based business will help you get more cash so that you can invest more into your 401k, your life insurance policies, your mutual funds, invested by real estate, however you want to invest. Here's how a home-based business can help you. Watch this. And this is why our business is so perfect, is because you get this stuff with our business. So you start a home-based business today. The first thing you're going to do is go to your HR department and say, I need to adjust my tax withholding certificate, right? Now, you're going to adjust your tax withholding certificate because on the form, it says you should adjust this form every time your financial situation or your personal situation changes. If you have a baby, your personal situation changes. If you get married, your personal situation changes. If you get divorced, your personal situation changes. Well, guess what? If you start a business, your financial situation just changed. So you should be adjusting that form every year, but that's another discussion, right? But you start a business, you're going to go to your HR department and have them get your tax withholding certificate. And you're going to adjust it to reflect that you are a business owner. The first thing that's going to happen is immediately you're going to see an increase in your take-home pay anywhere from $300 to $600 per month. Let's just say it's right in the middle at $400 a month. Now, you haven't made any money in business yet. Just starting the business increase your cash flow. For about 80% of people, it increases your cash flow by $400 per month. Now, you take that $400 per month and you bring out those credit cards and you see those credit cards with those high balances on it. Now, you don't get happy because you got an extra $400 in cash flow. You take the $400 in cash flow and you create more cash flow. You pay off those credit cards. It's going to do two things for you. Number one, it's going to create the cash flow. So say you got 3 credit cards and the minimum payment is $100 a month on each one of those credit cards. Well, if you're throwing an extra $400 per month at those credit cards, in a year's time, all of those credit cards will be paid off. So now you got the $400 that came back from Uncle Sam, the $300 that came back from the credit cards. Now you got $700 per month in cash flow. And this is on top of any other cash flow that you might have, $700 per month. Now, you might take the $700 per month and throw that at your car note and say your car note is $400 per month. You took the $700, you threw it at your car note. Now your car note disappears. So now you've got the $400 from the taxes from starting a home-based business and increasing your W-4. You got the $300 for paying off the credit cards. Plus you have the credit card balances to use if you need them. So now you got $700. You paid off your car that was $400 a month. Now you got $1,100 per month in cash flow. What would happen if you then start investing $1,100 per month in whatever? I will tell you, $1,100 a month going into a mutual fund that's paying 15% rate of return. That means at 15% of rate of return, that means your money will double every 5 years. So a home-based business, even if you didn't want to scale your business up to where it was really bringing in a lot of revenue, if you just wanted to use it for tax purposes, it can free up more cash flow so that you can dump that cash flow into your investment accounts. Charlotte said, good morning, got my book. Hey man, thank you, Charlotte, for investing in me. I hope You know, that book blesses your life. You've got a great, great story to tell. You've got a good heart. So that book will teach you how to take that story and turn it into a business and build an entire brand around who you are. And you're going to be able to get all the tax write-offs that I'm talking about right now. If you guys don't realize something about Oprah Winfrey has built a billion-dollar empire being Oprah Winfrey. I want y'all to get that, man. When I talk about a home-based business, it's taking your gift, talent, special ability, expertise, or an experience that you've gone through and overcome and turning that into a business. Oprah Winfrey has built a $3 billion empire, and all she does is be herself. A lot of people don't get that. My whole income comes from me being me. I get paid to be H. Cortez. Now, I created this moniker, financial health mentor, but I'm getting paid to be me, a person who loves to empower others economically. That's who I am. And I've been able to build a business around being me. JC, Beyonce, all of these influencers, guys, they are merely getting paid for being themselves. And I want to teach you guys how to do the same thing. Now, if you want to join me in business, or if you're watching this on one of my business partners pages, because one of the things I believe wholeheartedly in is leverage. See, when you join me in business, you got to understand the power of leverage. Some of my teammates right now in business have shared a watch party on this video. And you know what they're doing while the watch party is playing? They had to be at work today. They set up a watch party. I'm talking to their followers on their page, on their behalf, while they're at work doing their 9-to-5 thing. So if whoever page you're watching this on, just comment their name real quick for me. I want to demonstrate to you the power of leverage. If you're watching this on one of my pages, just put the name of the page that you're seeing this on. Just put the name in the comments. This is the power of leverage, y'all. See, a lot of people say, well, Cortez, that sounds good, brother. I would love to do that, but I just don't have time. Two of the biggest excuses I hear. Number one is, I just don't have time. Well, guess what? I do have time. This is what I do full time. Uniquely twisted. What's up, sis? I do have time. So while you're at work, I'm building systems that you could plug people into while you're at work. While you're at work, you can say, listen, I understand that you want to get your credit right. I understand that you want to get out of debt. I understand you want to build generational wealth. I've got a number of somebody that you can call if you're serious, and just tell him I told you to call, and he's going to set you straight. I do the work, you get paid. Myra, what's going on, sis? If y'all are in the Charlotte area and y'all want to know what's going on in Black enterprise in Charlotte, Myra Foster is your girl, right? Now, let me just say this. Let me just say this. Because I told you earlier, if you were on the stream the whole time, I said, George Fraser says, it's not who you know, it's who knows you and what they know about you. See, Myra has done such a good job of her marketing that I know that about her. So the minute I see her name, the first thing that comes to mind is Black businesses, Charlotte. Because that's what she does. It ain't about me knowing her. More importantly, I know something about her. So if I need to refer her to somebody, I know what she does. I asked all of y'all to comment in the chat where you're from and the name of your business and or your brand and a little bit about what you do. Just don't post any links. I think only 2 of you did it. How can I refer somebody to you if you never told me who you are, where you located, and what you do? Come on, y'all. If we're in this business thing, we got to be in this business thing. For real, for real. So starting a home-based business can become your number one asset, and starting a home-based business can create the cash flow that you need to buy your wealth if you plan to do that, right? Metro Detroit area on your financial page. So Amanda says, she's saying, come on, tell me where you're seeing this. So Myra is seeing it on my Cortez page. Amanda is seeing it on the Financial Health Mentor page. Some of you guys are seeing this on my business partners page, my team's page, right? And they're leveraging my marketing to build their businesses, right? So that's it, Myra. She said, my name is Myra Foster. I'm located in Charlotte, North Carolina. I help Black business owners gain exposure, more exposure, leading to more finances for their businesses. And Myra, I've got something for you. Tell all of your Black business owners on the Cortez Hustle Show, I have a business spotlight, 2 business spotlights per show, where I highlight businesses in a 1 to 2 minute interview. And I'm going to share the link with you, and you can distribute that to some of your some of the Black-owned businesses that you're working with, and they can get free exposure on the Cortez Hustle Show every Monday morning. So I'm glad you said that. And I'm building up that platform to do just that, to help more and more of us get more exposure in business. So I'll get that to you. So any questions about buying wealth versus building wealth? Buying wealth is when you take your money and you invest it. And there's nothing wrong with that, guys. Even though the market is down, I looked at my Cash App investment and I looked at some of my other investments, and my money is making money without me having to do videos, without me having to recruit, without me having to train people, without me having to sell products on my e-commerce site. So there's nothing wrong with that. But I can build wealth a lot faster than I can accumulate wealth to buy wealth. Does that make sense? I can build wealth a lot faster because of my skill set, because of my tenacity, because of my aggressiveness, because of my determination, because of my grit, because of my willingness to learn new skills and leverage social media. I can build wealth faster than, or I can create cash faster in my business to build wealth than I can accumulate enough cash to invest in buying wealth, right? Uniquely Twisted says, thank you for everything you do. I am learning so much. Listen, I'm glad that you tuned in, sis. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm preparing some content that will be exclusively on YouTube. So make sure that you subscribe to that YouTube channel, because I'm doing some YouTube only content coming up real soon. Some live to YouTube only stuff, because I'm really want to grow on that platform. Any questions on building wealth versus buying wealth, man? I'm about 10 minutes away from the end of my walk, so we can do a quick Q&A at the end. But if you want our services, then our services is $80 per month. And that $80 per month covers both a husband and a wife. So all you got to do is inbox the person who you're seeing, whoever page you're seeing this on, just inbox that person, say, hey man, I need to know more about that membership. If you want to join us in business, it costs a little bit more, but it should, because you're going to be able to earn income with us. Valerie says, my name is Valerie Bundy. I'm part of MWR Financial Services, helping others to become financially free. That's what it's about, man. People got to know what you do because they can never recommend anybody to you if they don't know what you do. They don't know what you do. They can never recommend anybody to you. Any questions? They've got to know what you do. And every time I go on somebody's stream, I'm always shouting myself out. Now, I'm never disrespectful and trying to steal people away from their stream, commenting links and stuff like that. But I always introduce myself. Hey, it's a financial health mentor. I'm an economic empowerment advocate, and I just want to help people build generational wealth. And I engage with their stream. And there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, I encourage it on my streams. I just don't want you to post any links because that could get messy. No questions, or y'all just not in position to type in your questions? All right, so inbox a person, whoever your page you're watching this on, and ask them about our membership. Ask them about joining our team, how we actually will help build your business for you. The other thing that happens in our industry, in network marketing, people always say, I should say my phone died. I have to watch on the replay. All right, Amanda, appreciate that. Thanks for tuning in for as long as you did. The other thing about our industry, people stray away from home-based businesses because they are afraid that, say, I'm just ready to be stable and lit like you. Yeah, Myra, we just need to talk, man. And I know what you're doing, and you have the heart. Your heart is in the right place. I think establishing your platform in a different way where the revenue flows will also be good for you, because let's be clear about one thing, man. You can make a dollar and a difference at the same time. Let's be 100% clear. You can make a dollar and a difference at the same time. And a lot of us guys have an issue with that. We are so rah-rah for the community that we don't understand that being rah-rah for the community is a highly lucrative endeavor if we position ourselves right. I want y'all to think about something. Do y'all know how much money the president of the Urban League makes every year? Do you know how much money the president of the Salvation Army makes every year? Do you know how much money the president of some of these top nonprofit organizations that are posted in our communities make every year? But you've been led to believe that nonprofit means non-revenue. So you doing God's work for free. I ain't trying to step on nobody's toes, y'all. But you can make a dollar and a difference at the same time. The Urban League sets up in our communities. The Salvation Armies, these other nonprofits, they set up in our communities. And because there is so much money available for urban renewal projects, there's so much money for urban renewal projects that they set up in our communities. The money flows in via grants and everything else, but the money never impacts the community. Why? Because when I set up my nonprofit in these urban communities, my infrastructure says I got to get paid X amount for my salary for doing the work. I got to pay my staff X amount, and there's hardly anything left over to actually do the work. That's called being a culture vulture. So we understand being, for those of you guys who are hip hop heads like me and understand how hip hop came to be and grew up in really the golden age of hip hop before it became institutionalized. We would talk about culture vultures all the time, people coming in and siphoning money off the culture. Guys, poverty in America is big business. Put that in the comments. Poverty in America is big business. Want y'all to get that, man. Want y'all to get that. So, Myra, we just need to connect and let's lay some infrastructure and some foundational stuff. You can certainly build out your organization in a way that you can make $1 and a difference. You can bring the exposure to all of those Black-owned businesses and really help them invest in themselves to grow their fan base, grow their customer base, and ultimately grow their revenue. Yeah, poverty in America is big business, man. Big, big, big business, right? So, y'all didn't have no questions this morning? All right, man. Let me see. Let me just make sure I ain't miss any questions. Did I miss any shout outs? Who else shouted themselves out? My girl Vonda Bell says, we are changing lives and creating history. Our Financial Edge membership provides financial stability. We provide strategies for all financial challenges. Janelle Big Black's Barbecue, fresh homemade barbecue sauce at bigblacksq.com. All right. Yes, I'm here for it. I need help with all of that marketing and branding. Listen, guys, let me give you guys some tips on your marketing and your branding real quick. Man, it's 45 minutes. I've been running my mouth for 40 minutes. Man. All right. So when you understand marketing and branding, you have to learn the 3 C's of consistency, right? The 3 C's of consistency. You've got to learn how to consistently be in front of your audience. Who could agree that they see me live at least once every day? Whether you're on the stream or not, I'm here live at least once every day. I'm consistently in front of my audience. That is the quality, the quantity that you post, right? I'm consistently in front of my audience every day. You got to be consistent there. It doesn't have to be every day, but whatever it is, if it's 3 days a week, you say, hey, I'm going to be with you with these tips on being uniquely twisted 3 days a week, right? Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, then own that. Be there Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, giving pure value, right? A lot of times people are trying to build businesses and brands using social media, and they get on and all they do is sell. No, I've got to give you value first, because if I give you value first, then you will get to know, like, and trust me, and then you will want to do business with me. So understand, being consistently in front of your audience, whether that is in video, whether that is in audio via some sort of podcast, whether that is in written word, blogging and article writing, or whether that is in images with Instagram and stuff like that. Then be consistent with the quality of the information you put out. Sharing this with my son, why the kids don't listen, y'all? He goes and spends $150 for somebody to make a 30-second, 3-minute, 2-minute YouTube video for him to put up on YouTube as he starts his channel. Now, I'm proud that my son says, hey, I'm gonna be like my pop. I'm gonna use social media. I'm gonna build me a YouTube channel, and I'm gonna start making money online. I'm proud of that. But why didn't he come to the guy who lives in the same house with him, who's actually doing that, and say, hey, Pop, how do you do that? How should I get started on my channel? So he's paying somebody $150 to do their first video. And there's nothing wrong with that in terms of just paying somebody for good quality work. But when you start out with videos that's got likes, that's got background dancers, that's got music, then your audience wants to see that from you all the time. They want to see that from you all the time. That means he could never put out the type of quantity of videos that I do because he got to spend $150 for every video. Whereas I was trying to say, son, just pull out your phone and talk to the people about what it is that's on your heart, your mind, what you're passionate about, you know, where you're going in life, what you need help with, yada, yada, yada. Because now you're starting. What's up, Rhonda? Now you're starting at a place that you can easily maintain that, right? You're starting at a place that you can easily maintain. See, when I do these cell phone videos, that's on purpose, because anywhere I am, I got my cell phone. So at any time I can pull up my cell phone and I can create some content. If I only created content where I have to be in the studio, that limits me to the amount of content that I can put out, right? Then the third level of consistency. So you're consistent with the quantity that you put out. You're consistent with the quality, and then you have to be consistently on message. You guys can agree that every time I'm on here, I'm talking about a handful of things. I'm talking about economic empowerment, financial literacy, entrepreneurship, branding, and marketing. That's it. Now, I might sprinkle in a little bit about what I know in a lot of other areas, but the main theme of the Financial Health Mentor channel and page is what? I'm here to empower you economically through financial literacy with an emphasis on personal brand development and entrepreneurship. My company is going to be the premier go-to organization for working Americans that seriously want to escape the rat race in 12 to 24 months. That's the mission. That's the vision I have for my company. I'm going to be the go-to. We are going to be the go-to organization for working Americans that want to escape the rat race in 12 to 24 months. That's what I'm building here. So you got to be consistent with your message, right? And if you got all that stuff working for you, you'll start building a tribe of people around you, around your brand, and it's going to change the game for you. Since maybe I need to start going live, but I post on social media, social outlets every day, all day. Yeah, when it comes to social media, especially if you're thinking about Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, live video is the creme de la creme. Recorded video is the next level. Then posts with colorful backgrounds and that kind of stuff. And then regular image posts, and then links to other things. But it starts way with live video is the most way, is a way that you get the most engagement and the most attention from all of these platforms is live video, right? Yes, and I spend so much money doing ads to no avail. Yeah, I would, if you start doing live videos, the reason your ads, one of the things that you have to understand about ads, I guess I'll walk around the block one more time. One of the things that you have to understand about ads is there's a lot more to that than what most people have been taught and what most people are willing to admit. So when it comes to Facebook ads, guys, let's see, I got a 9 o'clock meeting, so I'll go down the street and back. When it comes to Facebook ads, you have to know how to do what's called retargeting. If you don't know how to do retargeting, stop spending your money on ads, right? Don't spend another dime on ads until you learn how to retarget. Because what that simply means is the first ad that you put out, I know I'm going to lose money on that ad because very few people will take action on the first ad. But from that first ad, I'm going to pixel all of the people who saw it. And then it's the second and the third ad that those people see is where the money is made. So if you don't know how to retarget, don't spend another dime on advertising, because you got to put a message out there and say 1,000 people see that message. Well, 1,000 people that saw that message will now be what's called pixeled if you're doing it right. Now, that 1,000 people, when they go from YouTube and they go on Facebook, then they see your second message. Now they're starting to get to know you. They're like, man, this person pops up everywhere. And then they go from Facebook and they go do a little shopping on Amazon, and you pop up there on the Amazon advertising platform. And all of a sudden they're like, man, wherever I go, I see this person. They must be on top of their game. Let me see what they have to offer. Does that make sense? All right. Well, I'm going to get on in here and get ready for my 9 o'clock meeting. Man, this is a whole episode. 51 minutes I've been talking to y'all this morning. Nevertheless, man, I appreciate you guys all for tuning in. Do me a favor. If you have not already, hit the like button on the page. If you have not already, hit the subscribe button on the channel. If you have not already, hit the share button. Do that for me. And I know it says on the screen that I'm on Instagram at Cortez Hustle STL, but really it's at Financial Health Mentor. So follow me on the other platforms as well. And you know, I love y'all. That's what I would do, man. That's what I do because I want to get everybody win. And in my effort with everybody win, enough people will want to win. You're giving up too much game for people information. So when I put the information out so I can help enough people win in general, then enough people will say, hey, I actually want to be part of your movement. I want to connect with you. I want to be part of what you're doing. Not everybody, but enough. And that's the thing. Most people, when they're marketing on social media, they're trying to get everybody. So they don't put out any information unless you buy it first. No, I'm going to put out my best content first. And based on putting out my best content, people are going to say, you know what? I love what you do. I'm a little scared to do it by myself. How much does it cost for you to do it with me? And then when we build partnerships, that's how you build a brand. And that's how you build a long-term sustainable business. Love you, my brother. I'm following you in a major way. Thanks. globalflow1@gmail.com. Moses, my friend, I appreciate that so much. So till I talk to you guys next time, I want you to get your money up because you absolutely can do it. But more importantly, you deserve to do it, each and every single one of you. Now hustle up.